welcome back to my channel. It's just me, Cheryl. So, I'm so sorry, I say this in every video. I have two French bulldogs and they make a lot of noise in the background, so you will hear them grunting, snorting, running around, just being the usual selves. But anyways, this week I've needed to go around my raised beds and I've needed to cut the grass. I was cutting the grass in the rest of the garden, but I say rest of the garden, one part of the garden, because the rest of it is just mud where I've been digging it up. But I needed to cut around my raised beds, and the only way that I can do it is with a strimmer. My lawnmower just doesn't fit in between the raised beds. You can kind of see that I keep having to stop and start, and I'm constantly fiddling with the bottom of the strimmer. This is because the wire that's for this strimmer isn't actually like the proper wire. My nana had some old wire and she gave it to us, and I've just been kind of like wrapping it around the circle thing in the middle of the strimmer and I'm just being dead cheap and not buying any more strimmer wire. So yeah, I've just been making do with that, but every time it goes short I have to keep pulling it and stopping it. It's a bit of a nightmare, but it does the job, and it's probably lasted us over a year now. The other option that I had been thinking about was popping some wood chip around this area, but when I googled it, it's not very good for animals, like for the dogs, so I'm just going to have to put up with trimming it. Anyways, these are my two lovely poochies and my cat Vincent. Don't worry by watching this, I would never let the dogs do anything to the cat, and the cat, as you can see, can totally fend for himself. It's taken nearly a year to get them to this point from when we rehomed the dogs, and it's going good. Like Vincent, we used to have a baby gate up and stuff in the house. Now we don't have the baby gate, now they can actually be next to each other. Vincent just likes to kind of show them who's boss. Today, what do I want to do? I've been building stuff in my shed for when I do my resin making, which, if you don't know, I make earrings, polymer clay earrings and resin earrings, and I took a step back from resin making for a bit, and I've been building stuff in my shed for my resin area. So go and follow me other channel. I'll leave it linked below, but it's Shezzy Handmade Designs if you're not already following, and you can see I haven't posted that much on there recently. That's like my jewellery making side of it, so any earrings that I wear, all over there. Yeah, we've been building like a shelf and that in the shed out of an old bed frame, and that's been quite good, but I'm itching to get my circular saw out. I got given some posts, like these big bits of wood, from my friend, and she had got like a decking done and she had all this wood left over, so she gave us these big huge posts, but they're quite thick, and I'm wondering, I want to use them to make like a DIY greenhouse for my back garden. I've got like a good little size gap, but I'm thinking that the posts are too thick and there's not enough of them to make the whole greenhouse. So what I'm thinking is if I slice them in half. But circular saws, like, they're a bit hard to use, I think. Like, to cut in a straight line, it's really hard, but I might give it a go. Beetroot and radish seeds that I need to plant, I had lost them and I found them. I also bought some French beans, so I'd like to plant them. I've got other seeds that are germinating, but I feel like I'm so behind. My tomatoes are not doing anything, which tomato plants are like really easy to grow, and mine just aren't germinating. We'll see. just a little dogs are smashing stuff in the house. It's just I'm not quite sure what they're doing. It's a little update about the garden. I haven't finished doing my greenhouse that I wanted to make. It's in work in progress. We started off really well. I got Craig to cut all the wood because I get a little bit scared of the circular saw. The screws that we had weren't big enough, so I went to B&Q yesterday and I got the screws, but today is Good Friday and tomorrow we're going camping for the weekend, so I don't really want to start anything. It's a little bit windy outside. It's going to be really bad weather for camping. I have bought though, I was in Aldi and I just couldn't help myself. I bought some raspberry plants. I bought a blueberry plant for my nana, and I've got a plant pot for her to put that in. It's her birthday in a couple of days, so my nana's getting like really hard to buy for, so I thought, oh, a blueberry plant and some raspberry plants will do her. I got my friend 2 raspberry plants. I got myself 2 raspberry plants. I got a hydrangea, a pink one, because I really want one at the back of the garden where my compost bin is, and my rhubarb patch. Sorry, my dogs are being really bizarre. I have peas that I've started to show. Loads of stuff that I really should do. Like, lots of my seeds have germinated and some of them really need transplanted before I go away, but I just don't think I've got the time, but I might try. I don't know. I'm like half in my pyjamas as well. I look rough as anything, but I've just one of those days where I've just got so much to do, but I really want to go in the garden and put my plants out. So yeah. So when I went into Aldi, I think I nearly had heart failure before I actually entered the shop, because there was just this whole big, like, I don't know, stand thing full of raspberries and blueberries and loads of other plants, and as you can see, most things were only $1.99. So I picked up like loads of stuff. I think I actually took the last of the raspberry plants off the shelf, but they weren't all just for me. I wasn't being selfish. I was gifting them to other people. I had other people in mind. This is my blueberry plant for me nana. Fingers crossed. Isha has got it planted in our garden. I took it round to her and I hope it works. This is my gorgeous hydrangea, which somebody said that when they're like bought from the shops, they're forced to grow, so it might die quicker and then it might not bloom properly till next year, so I'm a bit gutted about that, but it looks good at the moment. This was the big plant pot that I got from me nana. Originally it was for the blueberry plant, but I decided to put the raspberry canes in here and I put the blueberry plant in a different pot. But I had kind of like forgot I had 4 potatoes that needed to go in a bucket and other bits and pieces just hiding stuff, so they've all been sorted out. This is the clematis, I think it's called that. Was alive last year and is not alive this year. I planted them both at exactly the same time. This one bloomed and has flowered beautifully. The other one looked like it was going really well, and for some reason this year it just stopped growing. So I bought this one. It's a different variety, but it was only $1.99, so it's to replace the other one. As you can see, it's still alive. On Google it said to do a scratch test, which is what I had done. The plant is still alive, but I've basically had to cut it back right down to the very bottom. It says that if there's any problems with it and if it's still alive, just kind of cut it back. So I've cut it back and I've moved this spirally like climbing trellisy thing. I've moved it to another part of the garden. These are my raspberry plants. Now, I didn't realise the raspberry plants that I had already bought, they're autumn raspberries, and I've just bought summer fruit and raspberries, so I've got loads of pots of different raspberries going on. My clematis is gone. Devastated, as I had high hopes for it. It would have been beautiful because the other one has bloomed absolutely amazingly, but it is what it is, isn't it? I'm going to end this vlog here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, because it really does mean the world to me. If there's any hints, any tips, any advice that you can give me for anything that I'm growing in my garden or anything that I can't grow in my garden, then just drop us a message down below, because it does really help. And yes, I will see you in next week's video. Bye!